I just heard chirping. I'm going to show you a way to save money on brooder bulbs. Chicks are coming. This one right here. And I think one of the ones up the back as well. Chicks are coming. Morning everyone, Danny here from the Young Family Homestead. My first day back home after being at work. Feels good. Feels good to be home. I have a list of jobs to do that Megan has kindly created while I was away. Thanks Megan. The list of jobs that I've got to do around here is longer than mine. While I was away, we got over 50 mils worth of rain. The grass is growing like crazy. It takes, you're looking at like 3 days, probably the best part of 3 days actually, to mow the whole lot. But that's why I need to get animals here. So I don't like to mow as much as I like to give free feed to the animals. I'd rather do that. And now I have to get the brooder ready, because if there's chirps happening, hatching is hatching is imminent. So I need to get that brooder set up ASAP. I have so many other things that I want to do. Megan keeps on buying chickens. What are we going to do with all these chickens? I don't know. There's more chickens than we know what to do with at the moment. They're gonna be here either today or tonight. And they can stay in the incubator for I think 24 hours or something like that. But basically we've got to get them in the brooder as soon as we can, just to make room in there, because that incubator is not big enough to have that many eggs in there, in my opinion. So we need to get those newborn chicks out of there, once they're all nice and fluffy, into the brooder, so we can make more room in there. Sorry for the wind, guys. Those chicks are pretty much ready to hatch. Before I went away for work, as you'll have seen if you've watched the previous videos, I went and got some mushroom compost in here. Ta-da! And I put it in the shed out of the weather because I didn't want it all being washed away. Oh yeah, that's still good. That's really good. I can't wait to grow in there. It doesn't smell, really. It's got a bit of a smell, and it's dried out a little bit on top, but oh yeah, this is gonna be great. I'm really looking forward to growing in that. I've never grown in mushroom compost before, but I've heard some stories, man, and they're all good. Every time I come this shit, man, it's a mess. There's nothing I can do about it too. So this is the brooder. As you can see, covered with other stuff. I need to get all that stuff out, get shavings in, get the lights set up, and then we'll go through setting it all up. So I'm going to put a little bit of a time lapse, I think, here, and we're going to get that stuff sorted. So let's get to it. Okay, now that I've cleared everything off it, I've got to clean the stuff from in there. For some reason there's an esky in there. This is where we keep all our stuff. So we've got in here, this is where we keep some lights. Yeah, we've got a few different ranges of lights in here. I'm going to show you a way to save money on brooder bulbs. See this light here with a little clippy Duvalaki on it? This whole thing here, I'm pretty sure I got on special from Bunnings for around about $15, I think, for this whole thing, including the bulb, right? So even if that bulb broke once, that's totally worth it, I reckon. These on the other hand, let's see if I've got another. Yeah, right. So I bought this like specifically for brooding chicks off eBay, I think it was. This is a critical thing to have if you're brooding chicks, is this little tool here. So not very expensive. I'm pretty sure you can pick them up from Bunnings as well. I think that's where I got this one. You can change it to Fahrenheit, and you can change if it's got a, if you want to light up the screen or if you don't want to light up the screen, and you just pull the trigger and point it at what you want to pull the, see, you just point it at what you want to measure, and it sent out a little infrared laser thing there, and it'll tell you exactly what that temperature is. I used this and pointed it at this bulb here, and it was astronomically hot, ridiculously hot, and I could feel the temperature coming off it, and it just did not, it was heating up in here way too much. It was way too hot in there, and that is how a lot of barns burn down. So a critical part of brooding chickens is to make sure that you have a good heat lamp. As I said, this unit here from Bunnings, about 15 bucks I think it was, and it's just a floodlight. That's all it is. It's not even designed for this purpose. Yes, it is a white light, so that's where some people say, well, you shouldn't brood chickens using a normal white light because then they can't sleep. I've never had a problem with brooding our chickens like this, and I've even been to other places that sell chickens on a commercial basis that have little chicks in their enclosures, which are a lot smaller than this, and they use this same system. So it's cheap, it's effective, and it doesn't affect the chicks at all. I'd go this one, because this here, $15 versus $30 just for the bulb. People overcomplicate raising chickens, man. It's not hard, it's not rocket science. Hey Bonnie, it's not rocket science to raise chicks, is it? Nope. The mentor that I guess look up to when it comes to chickens and brooding chickens and this whole lifestyle, he says, on every day, in every way, I'm getting a little better. So, you know, that little improvement there, 1%. That's my 1% improvement for that day it was. But that was ages ago. I've improved like 50% since then, so. Right, now I've got to, I don't know if I vlogged this actually. Look, this is our macadamia tree the kids and I planted, and Megan. We all planted that tree, but this special significance underneath that tree is Chief. So our big white Sussex rooster got the chop because he became aggressive too. So he was just doing his thing, but we can't have angry animals here. Yeah, we did a little bit of an experiment. We know that blood and bone and doing all that, putting that into your garden is very beneficial for your garden. That macadamia tree we planted directly over the carcass of Chief. It's looking 10 times better than what it was in the pot. I only see it getting better from here because as that body breaks down, the blood and bone will release into the soil and it'll just get better and better. So we'll keep you updated on that one. With all this bedding in here, basically all I want to do is make it about 2 inches deep. That gives the birds enough to scratch around on and keeps them nice and warm. Keeps the warmth in the actual bedding itself. Alright, good stuff. That one's done. That one's done. I actually use this as a place where I can put the feed. So that way they don't kick all the shavings and all that into the actual feed. Basically, like, I use the the same pans that we use as feed pans out in the field, we use in here as a little stool for the water to sit on. So again, so that way they don't kick all these shavings that into the water. We've got these lights going in here. Both the lights are going, and what we'll do is just be doubly safe that that's not going to fall off there. Just make sure that's actually got a crack in that. See, there's a crack. It's actually broken there. That's so by checking this and getting it all ready prior, we've actually potentially saved a chick's life. That's not gonna be good that's not going to work, because if that breaks off, that's gonna fall. This one here, this one seems to be alright. Keep that right down there like that. And we might even scooch it right over in the corner there like that, because in the past, that's where I've sort of had the lights the best, is in the corners like that. So that way they do have this whole area here to be a nice cool area. But this one I'm going to have to either replace or fix. I think it's going to be replaced. So I do have a spare in here, and I do know that. Let's just set you guys up. We know that this bulb here is good, but this actual section here is broken. We'll put this aside. Once that bulb cools down, we'll take that bulb out, put it away. So we've got that bulb as a spare for next time, and just next time we're in Bunnings, pick up another one of these little jobbies. So we've got another spare one for this scenario. All right, we're in business. Good job, good job. All right, done deal. We need some new shavings, and we need a new light. So looks like I'll be going into town today to get that. The plus side, we are good to go for chicks. So if the chicks hatch now, we are all set up. All right, so anyway, that's the brooder. It's ready for the chicks. The incubator's inside. We've got the shoebox inside ready to transport them from the incubator to here. And now we just got to wait on the chicks. If you haven't seen our videos before, we've got a whole list. We do a lot of videos on chickens, so it seems. I didn't know that's what we did, but that's what we do. I've had chickens for going on maybe 6 or 7 years, I reckon. I'm still learning. Every time I learn something, there's a new circumstance and there's a new way of learning something else. I'm learning as I go. Seem to be doing all right. If you want to see any more footage of what goes on around here, we talk everything farming and homesteading, raising chickens, you name it. Over here we've got berries in the berry tunnel, citrus in the citrus line down there, vegetable garden, we're building another vegetable garden, we've got greenhouses. So we're just looking at living a more sustainable life and sharing it with the world and documenting it for our own sake, so we can look back at this when we're 80 and remember what the hell we did. So if you want to see more of that, subscribe to the channel and give us a thumbs up if you like the footage. If you found any information useful, leave us a comment in the comment section below, and until then, we'll see you in the next one. Bye.